Sitting in my room thinking, this economy is a fucking joke. Rent is high. Light bill is high. Gas bill is high. You gotta work 40 to 60 hours a week just to not have no money. Daycare expenses is fucking outrageous. It literally costs maybe about $100 or more just to go outside and breathe fucking air. Taxes is high. Mortgages is high. Groceries is fucking high. For years and years and years and years, we have been voting for bullshit ass people. For years. Nothing has gotten better. We the people are still working our asses off to provide for our families and still cannot make ends meet. We can't even send our kids to school without somebody coming in there pow-powing. Over the years, nothing has gotten better. Everything is starting to get worse. Election after election after election, nothing has gotten better. I mean, do y'all ever just sit back and think to yourself, do we run the world or the politicians? Because every single year that we vote, our kids are not safe in school. Taxes are going up. Everything is high. We are working 40 to 60 hours a week and can't even spend time with our family. When are we gonna stand up and say enough is fucking enough? Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's only gonna get worse. This economy fucking sucks. And it's gonna go to hell.
Well, you the one that fucking opted into it. But anyway, I want to say shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim Chagwadash. I want to give double honors to our elders and the apostles of the great millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. News in this gospel, bro, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just a quick lesson on through the spirit. I was watching it this morning and the spirit just like speak on it. But it's called Reality Check Eve. And one thing I want to know if you brothers ever noticed. You notice how all these black women, all these black bitches, they all sound the fucking same. You know, they all got that same, they just got that same semblance of a voice. It's just like you hear one, you hear them all. You know, and it's to the point now. It's like you complaining about a system that you opted into. Okay, you talk about politics, you talk about how the money ain't there and this and this and that. But what you don't understand is that you voted or you opt into a system that was going to take away your freedoms. So now you want to complain about the same very system that you help uphold. Now you mad. Well, newsflash, we don't feel bad for you people, you know, because you know what, man, brothers have been out there. We've been speaking his word. We've been going out on the streets teaching and, you know, bringing out the word frequently and fervently through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. And everybody just turned a blind eye to it and written us off like we were just a bunch of nobodies, you know, just a bunch of bums. Go get a job and this and all this other nonsense, man. But now the joke is on you people now because you complaining about daycare. Well, like the brother said in the comment board, well, ain't nobody tell you to be a single mother. See, one thing about you stupid ass women is the fact you have babies and then you end up breaking up with your child's father. Like, how stupid can you be? You know, like, I'm trying to think. I think it was sometime this week. Well, maybe last week, I was speaking to a young lady at the job, you know, about the program. And we got into the topic of, I think, like single baby mothers or something like that. And she told me she had a kid. But I'm like, you still with the child's father? And she, unfortunately, she said, unfortunately not. And she put her head down. And just off the rip of that, I'm like, yeah, you must have did something stupid. Even though we ain't giving Jake a pass because we know how emotional Jake is. Okay, Jake is a bunch of women themselves, man. So it's basically women having babies with women. Because these niggas are not spiritual, man. They put their rod and seed in any goddamn thing. And then all of a sudden, they crying about it when they got a ratchet baby mama. But she's talking about daycare expenses. But prime example, if you was with the child's father and you wasn't trying to be a career woman, because you could tell she had that boss bitch mentality. You can see by the spirit on her. You know, she's very haughty and proud, like all these women is. But now when they're realizing that things ain't sweet no more, they're complaining about the very system that they help uphold. You know, and now somebody got to come to their rescue. But my sentiment is this: fuck you, bitch. You figure it out. Okay? You figure that shit out because, like I said, you wanted to be the independent black woman. You wanted to be the career woman. You wanted to be the boss bitch. Could no nigga tell you shit. I ain't no nigga gonna control me. Now all of a sudden you complaining about Big Daddy system that you helped to opt into. So, you know, now you gotta swallow, you gotta eat them pills, man. You gotta swallow that shit. You know, like they say, lace yourself up by your big boy straps and go out there and get it. Because now with this selection, with all this shit coming out about Kamala, and then you got Trump, with they're talking about a third attempt on his life, which honestly speaking, man, it's all theatrics to me at this point. I feel like they was really trying to kill that dude. They would have succeeded on that eons ago, you know, because it's not that hard to take out a person when you got an incompetent security force. Okay, you got an incompetent security force that damn near let you get your head blown off the first time. I say it's really not hard to touch anybody now, okay? Because I mean, this is not, it's a bread and pony show. It's a circus, man. You know, and you got clowns like this talking about, oh, it's so hard. Well, duh. We know it's hard. It's hard for every goddamn body. You ain't the only one struggling in this thing, man. But the difference is we got faith in our Lord. While you still trying to find a solution in a broken system, we calling on you, how about Shimi Hawashai, to get us the power and to get us what we need to get in order to survive out here, man. But what is Jake doing? Well, you know, we got to go down and vote. What has voting got you? Okay? Even this measly lip broad right here even came to the realization that voting ain't did shit. But I guarantee you she still take a black ass, bunnet head wearing ass down to the polls and vote for that bitch Kamala. All because you got what they call identity politics, man. Okay? Most of our women suffer from an extreme delusional disorder called Stockholm Syndrome, and just being plain fucking dumb to believe that any benefactor of this system is going to help them out, when in fact a black woman was actually weaponized against the so-called black men. So right now the Lord is allowing you to reap what you've sown, because in a coming and I say few days, because you know on the Lord's time it ain't nothing but days, you know, but in a short while you women are going to really be crying for hell out here, man, because you're not going to have any men to protect you. Okay, you're already feeling the squeeze now. You can barely take care of your families. Okay, you can't pay your bills. Oh shit, you're getting laid off. You know, your jobs ain't really dealing with you like that. The rents are going up on you. You know, your vouchers and Section 8 and rent, all that bullshit is expiring. And now you just like, damn, what are we gonna do? So your reign of terror is over, Eve, man. So I got a couple of precepts because I'm actually driving. So, you know, I got to be a little careful. But anyway, this is the book of Isaiah 32, you know, common scripture we all knew. All right, and 9. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Yeah, you women are very fucking careless, man. Okay, you got shit fucked up. Straight up, you got men in the manosphere straight up telling you women why the fuck they ain't dealing with y'all, but y'all still trying to figure out a way around that shit. Like, what better information can you get outside of the source? And the source is, you know, we're telling you where you're erring at, but you don't want to take it from us because you feel like you're better than us. And that's really all that is. But secretly they know. You know, these women know, man. They know that their time is up. They know that shit is getting ready to hit the fan. They feeling kind of down. You know, you can just see the spirit on them. They're broken. You know, like I went to a Walmart this morning just to pick up a couple of cases of water and stuff like that, man. I mean, this is probably like 9 o'clock, 8:30 in the morning. I'm at the store, and these hoes is already on thirst mode, man. I'm just walking through the store getting shit. Ain't nothing special. And you can just feel the spirit on these women, man. They definitely are trying to find men, but their pride is so involved to the point they don't know how to approach men. You know? And that's all good and dandy, because now you gonna have to get to the point. You gonna have to make it right with the Israelite man. Okay? We ain't gotta make it right with you. You gotta make it right with us. And as I'm walking through the store, I mean, you got old women, Edomite women, young, you know, I'm like thinking like, damn, maybe I got something on my nose, you know, but to the point people just look at because we got a different spirit on us, man. Smiling and shit, and I'm just like, man, look, I ain't got time for it. You know, Jake here to go on a mission, and I ain't trying to deal with none of you hoes, man. You know, for real, because these are the same women that's going to hunt us down in Jacob's trouble, trying to come under our harem, our domain, our protection. And Apostle Gabar said it. He said, look, if you occupied in the work of the Lord, then the Lord is going to reward you openly, and people are going to know that we were the men of the Lord. And I believe that, you know, especially in this dry ass city, man, because ain't nobody out here doing the work for real. I mean, you got brothers here and there, but, you know, we've been putting in work in Kansas City over 10 years now, you know, at least myself, you know. When I got out here in 2012, 2013, and I actually started going out maybe like late 2013, 2014, when I finally was built up enough to go out and speak. Because when I moved here, I was a young man. I moved here back like in the middle of 2012, almost like towards the end, some shit like that. And then, you know, I had to get built up because, you know, I was probably a year fresh in the truth. And a lot of the hands-on experience I didn't really have with the elders like that. So when I came out here, I was just like, man, you know, it's either now or never. You know, and I didn't even know if I can even put GMS on my name, because the communication between me and the camp I come from, it was kind of like, it wasn't a disconnect, you know, because I've always dealt with them, brother. We always dealt. But I don't know, I just didn't really feel through the spirit that, you know, that I was really, you know, good enough, you know. And I had to rebuke myself for that, because I'm like, man, fuck all that. I'm going to do the work until a brother like, look, you go out there, put GMS on your name. I wasn't even going to put GMS on my name until I was built up enough. But the spirit had it to go that way. So, you know, I end up going out there maybe like the end of 2013, early 2014, like that. So it took me about almost a year and some change to really get grounded and solid enough to have the confidence to speak. Because brothers were like, man, you gonna go out there? I'm like, yeah, damn. I'm like, yeah, I got to. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go out here. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts, but I'm like, I'm not finna sell myself short either. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna go out there and not being built up. So, you know, it's just like I had to wait on the spirit to tell me to do it, and the spirit finally did it. And this is where we at now. So we've been out here for a long fucking time, man. You know? So there's no excuse. Brothers been putting in work. So when all hell break loose, these same people you see that drive by the camp and scoffing, you know, they gonna want to come and they gonna want to join the ranks. But like I'm gonna tell you, like my man Flavor Flav say, look, I ain't got nothing for you, bro. You ain't sincere about this thing and you've been playing games. Like I said before, don't come up to the camp. Just keep doing your own goddamn thing. Unless you know you sincere. Because the last thing you want to do is shut up the kingdom of heaven to men that's secretly trying to deal. You know, now you got a newbie and a brother that just seriously found out about it. Yeah, we'll deal. But reality of it is, a lot of you dudes out here know about us. You know? So, I mean, that's on you. You know, we're not dealing with it. So, anyway, to say this, it says, many days and years should you be troubled, ye careless women, for the fidgets shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. Yeah. And you realizing that. Like I said, inflation is an all-time high. And no matter who gets in office, who becomes the president of the United States of Babylon, United States of confusion, it's still going to be mass hyperinflation. Because what I found out was that these bankers, these elites, they're trying to stretch this dollar out. So therefore, when they stretch it out to the point that it collapses, they can just institute a world currency. This is why you got BRICS nations, because they're trying to not do with the dollar, but somehow, some way, all these governments are gonna opt into this market of beast system, man. And that's when shit really gonna get interesting. Okay? So mass evictions are getting ready to come. They're getting ready to dump this whole system. And only how you're gonna be able to thrive in this system is if you take the micro C hip. And you know, fucking Bunnet Head, she's gonna do it. Because she refused to come under men, and she refused to acknowledge Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai as being her savior. Okay, and she damn sure ain't gonna acknowledge the Israelite man being her Lord. Okay, that's not gonna happen. So therefore, she's gonna take that chip to try to get her little goodies back, and the Most High is gonna offer us, man. And that's gonna be 98% of you black bitches in America. And I'm saying it like that because you black women are the fucking you're a bunch of goddamn devils, man. All right, and I'm here to tell you that you black women, you are Satan incarnated. You know, majority of you ain't right. Okay, and I'm saying that because that's what the Spirit is telling me to say. Okay, like the Spirit hopped on Elder Uriah, and he mentioned it again when he was going through some things. He said the Most High came to him and say, "Look, to hell with these women, bro." He said the Most High told him that, and he repeated that shit again. And I'm like, hey, that's the Spirit. You know? So, fuck these women, bro. Let them find out the hard way. They gotta fucking come back to us. Alright, we ain't going out our way to say these women. Fuck these hoes, man. You ain't virtuous and you ain't coming bowing down to the men of the Lord with your head to the ground, admitting your faults. I'm talking about you gotta literally be crying until you damn near ready to give up the spirit for us to really see how sincere you is. And that's just what it is. You gonna have to come back. Remember, you ate the fucking fruit first, meaning the rebellion. You took and partook into the philosophies of the devil first. So now you got to make it right with Yahweh Bashimi Hawashai in us. So it ain't looking too good for you, Keisha. So I don't feel bad for any of you. It's funny in my humble opinion. But anyway, it says, trouble ye women that are at ease, and be troubled ye careless ones. Yeah, Lord called you careless, man. Okay? Because it's very careless to be a single baby mama. And I get shit happens. I get these jakes ain't right. But you ain't right. Okay? You just as fucked up as the men because you breed these type men. Most of these niggas out here that's on that crash out time, most of these clowns out here is raised by their fucking mothers. Bitches like you. This is why these niggas all fucking crazy. They ain't nothing but women with dicks. That's all that these little lame, that's all that these men are. They ain't nothing but fucking women with dicks, man. And they got that by growing up with the black woman. Okay? Remember, Big Mama, they showed you that in Soul Food. Yeah, you had men in the family, but the men was simps, man. That nigga Lynn was a simp. The father was a simp. That nigga Miles, I mean, he was simping until he popped the old girl, because that's the best thing he could have done. It was left her ass, filed for a divorce, because she was putting her career over that nigga. You know, and he was an attorney and a musician. She was an attorney, but the fact about it is she got that little funky career. She was being condescending to that man. So he did a right thing by putting that hoe away, man. But you had Big Mama, and what was the head of the family? Diabetes, man. She died for being a diabetic. You know, show how much fucking wisdom your Big Mama done left you niggas. You know, because most Jake's a mama boy any fucking way. And that's by default, because, I mean, you could say Jacob was sort of a mother's boy. But Jacob had a father in his life to the point he understood not to be a bitch-ass nigga. You know, Jacob, the patriarch, our forefather Jacob, okay, wrestled with the angel, and the Lord called him Israel, you know. He said, I ain't gonna let you go until you bless me, man. That's real manly. You wrestle with an angel. Jacob had spiritual borderline. He had spiritual power. He had to wrestle with an angel with your hip out of place. That's real masculine right there. And you niggas, man, you can't do that. Okay, you get butt hurt over somebody telling you to pull your pants up. You ready to crash out over that. That's why I can't wait till you niggas die, man. Sincerely, I can't wait till you niggas die. I'm ready to see you fucking niggas die, man. All right, and I'm in that spirit. I can't wait to see the Most High really just drop 100,000 of you Jakes. Drop your ass right off in the fucking kiddie pool where you belong, man. Because enough is enough. You know, you go to the store, nigga mean muggy you and shit, man. Just like, you niggas just go, just be destroyed. Okay, and that's basically what I feel about that. But anyway, trouble ye women that are at ease, be troubled ye careless, when strip you, make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. That whole thing of sackcloth goes into mourning. And the people of Babylon are great. They're in mourning right now, man. Okay? Men are walking away from the Democratic Party because they realized, and they finally woke up after 50 fucking 60, 70, 80 goddamn years, that the Democratic Party and the Republican Party too was nothing but blowing smoke up their ass, man. That's what that Jake is finally trying to wake up to it. Now you got women divorcing their husbands because they won't go down there and vote for some cackling ass bitch. Everything is a fucking joke. What the fuck are you laughing about? Ain't nothing funny. You know? Every time she say something, she's laughing, she's cackling. Like, bitch, do something besides laugh. You know what I'm saying? Do something. Go do something with yourself. And the Lord is gonna fuck her up too, man. All you presidents, all you politicians, every last one of you, Yahweh Bashim Hawashai is gonna destroy every last one of you. And the top of you, all y'all going in slavery. Kamala, you going in captivity. Biden's bitch ass, we gonna get him fresh though, because he's getting ready to get, if he ain't dead already. Trump, you going in slavery if they don't, I mean, you going in slavery anyway, whether they blow your goddamn head off or not. You know, what's this dude named Barack Obama? You definitely going in slavery. You mo, you know, you politicians, all you dudes, all y'all going in captivity, man. You ain't escaping the Lord. As much hell you done put on the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all the Lord got every last one of your numbers, man. You know? So it is what it is. Try to hold on to this little wicked society. We don't care. It's going to be destroyed. And it says here, it says they should lament for the teats and for the pleasant fields and the fruitful vines. Right, man, because you're going to want them good old glory days to come back. You know, you're going to want the book of food stamps to come back. I remember they had them big old books of food stamps, a $5 food stamps. They didn't charge tax on that shit. Get you 20 bags of chips, some bread, some rice, some milk, and some deodorant, goddammit. You know, and be good for a couple of days, you know. But them days are over with, man. Okay, all this wick shit, that's getting ready to be over with. They're going to cut the child support shit. You women are getting ready to be in pitiful motherfucking case, man. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see you in a bad case, and you're going to have to humble yourself to the Israelite man. I mean, brothers, the table's getting ready to turn for us, man. I'm seeing it already. I already feel it. The tables are turning for brothers, man. I see it. I can feel it. You know, just when we go places, I feel it. Like the tables are turning, man. Finally. Shit is looking to be in our favor. And that's why I tell brothers all the time, I'm like, look, Jacob's trouble is going to be scary. But guess what? We ain't the ones that got to worry about it. Yeah, persecution is going to rise, and, you know, motherfucker going to try to demonize us and all that other shit. But there's going to be so much other stuff going on in this world to the point the Lord is going to make us invisible to most of this shit. You know, and then, yeah, some of us going to get grabbed up and, you know, made an example out of, but that just comes with the territory. But as a collective, the men of the Lord, we're going to be straight, man. Okay, don't forget about that Micah 5 and 7. That's happening on this side. It says the remnant of Jacob should be in the midst of many people as a dew from the Lord that teareth into pieces, man, like a young lion which teareth into pieces. So we're gonna be out here showing our ass, man. I pray all the time that the Lord make me a mighty man. I pray that I'm one of those men that fought alongside King David. And that's my only purpose of being that. I'm cool with it, you know, because hey, I'm like a fucking piranha that smell blood, man. You know, and I man, look. We need it like water. I'll say it that way. You know, because enough is enough. All right, you people have done Yahweh Shai. You've done his men wrong. You've disrespected our power. It makes sense that the righteous will want some righteous get back. And we tired of playing with you niggas, man. All right? 2nd Esdras 16, and I'm going to start at verses 33. And it says, the virgin should mourn having no bridegrooms. Yeah. Jake got online. I think he's 40 years old. And he said that the recruitment office from the military basically called him up, you know, and asked if he wanted to re-enlist. And the motherfucker had a felony. They said, I don't think he had to be like a what do you call that shit? Not a platoon. I think some shit, man. I don't know. But long story short, they called this motherfucker back up, you know, because they wanted him to re-enlist. You know, so I think they aged the limit to 50, 42. And we said that. I said, you think 30, what was it, 18 to 25, then the limit is 32. Then 42, they gonna go all the way up to 60 something, man, because they gonna have to bring back a draft because now they sent American troops to Western Asia. I would say Middle East, but you know, Elder Malcolm, he watching, that pisses him off. I don't want to upset the elder. Saying the Middle East. There's no such thing as Middle East. But regardless of that, they are sending troops over there to be on standby because they know eventually they're gonna have to go to war. So they gonna have to bring back a draft, man. So a lot of you jakes out here, you crash dummies, hey, guess what? You going to war. Like I said, if I was Esau, I'll start at the age of 12 and I'll grab you niggas up by your will, throw you in back of a fucking van and ship you off to the nearest detention center and train your ass up and send you over to the Middle East to be destroyed. That's all Esau is gonna do. Okay, at the end of the day, he knows that you are not capable of winning a war. You don't have the mental capacity. You damn sure don't have the physical capacity, and you don't have the drive to do so. He knows that. So basically, they just need a number so you can go over there and get shredded up, because that's what's going to happen to you jakes anyway. And that's really a judgment for the Lord. You know, and hey, I ain't against it. Send them niggas over there and let them get their just due, because as far as I'm concerned, you the same niggas that crucified or that sent up Yahweh Shai to be crucified, man. Because remember, it was the Jews that gave up Yahweh Shai. And guess who are the Jews today? Yep, you guessed it, you Negroes in America, man. You of the house of Judah. So guess what? You got the Lord's blood on your hand. So it makes sense that, hey, the Lord said, he said, would you render me a recompense? Surely and swiftly would I render your recompense upon your own head. So you got to pay. You got the blood of the prophets on your hands. You got to pay. Okay, you got to pay. It's just what it is. I don't feel bad for any of you. Okay, it don't matter at this point. You said fuck the Lord, so we saying fuck you. And that's the spirit we gonna be in at this point. At this time, I don't want nothing to do with no nigga. You ain't coming in this truth and you ain't teaching this doctrine. We ain't got shit to talk about. Give a fuck who you are. You teaching a false doctrine, I don't give a fuck who you are. We ain't got shit to talk about. Go your own way, do your own goddamn thing. And hey, I'll see you on the other side. All right, after the Most High destroys your ass. 32. Matter of fact, it says, and the virgins should mourn, having no bridegrooms, and the women should mourn, having no husbands, like I was mentioning, because they're getting ready to bring back a draft. And a lot of you jakes is going to be put to death in the streets in America. Okay, right along with your damn women. A lot of you going to get straight up put to death in the streets of America when they declare martial law, because them troops, they're going to have a green light on your ass. And they showed you that in that movie, The First Purge, when they went into that church and they killed women and children. You had a bunch of women and children, and then you had some men in there too. But the first place a nigga ran was to the damn church. Like, how stupid can you be? But we got to be in the house of the God. Well, if that was the house of God, he wouldn't allow a bunch of Edomite clansmen coming in and put you out of your misery. Okay, so the Most High wasn't in that church. And it says here, having no bridegrooms, and the women should mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters should mourn, having no helpers. And in the wars shall they bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands should perish of famine, right? Because the average nigga don't know how to get food. They don't know how to hunt for food. I mean, and honestly speaking, none of us really do, because we didn't grow up in that habitat. But the difference between us and them is that the Most High is going to provide for us, and he's going to starve you jakes out, okay? Because most of you jakes are going to be concentrated in these cities, and that's the worst place to be when you have a societal collapse, all right? And it says here, now hear and understand them. And hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. So this is talking to us. Behold the word of Yahweh, receive it, believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake, but behold the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Okay, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. And when a world should mourn, and sorrow should come upon it on every side. So once shit really starts to hit the fan, it's not going to stop. It's going to be a constant trickle of events that lead to the other events until the missiles come. You know? But anyway, with that, Salakia, brothers. It was kind of long-winded on this one. Giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim Rakakwadash, Lord's